Hey guys, Jordan here, and in this video we're going to be talking about pricing and communication with your customers, so let's get into it. Alright, in this video I talk about real estate photography, so if that's a topic you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. On this video I talk about pricing, and I made a pricing video a little while ago and I got a comment on it. That's kind of the opposite of what I was explaining, but I think it's a valid point, so I wanted to share it anyway. Alright, so Archiman Studio says, does your plumber send you an email when he increases his prices? Does Apple or Costco send an email? Some companies change their prices depending on the market price of parts, like Tesla. It's December now. So you could wait for January 1st to increase your prices, but I heard real estate photographers back in July say that they will increase in January. That's insane. Prices have skyrocketed all across the board in 2022. Why would you keep our prices the same, meaning we're actually charging less? If you think you could charge more, go ahead and charge more. My 2 cents, of course, Matt. Yeah, appreciate, that definitely, you don't necessarily have to communicate. And honestly, we've made some subtle changes in the past, and there hasn't been too many grumblings. But, I think it's really a preference, and maybe, if you have customers that do high volume with you, they might notice, hey, you increased your prices or whatever. But I think, as a courtesy, it's good to give your customers a heads up. That'll reduce the amount of questions that your admins get. Maybe you won't even get any questions if you increase your prices. I guess the only thing, in that aspect is just the clientele that you have. Do they care? Also, the amount of the increase that you do. So if you just do a really small, maybe 10% increase in your prices, they're likely not even going to notice. Now, if you go from $100 a shoot to $150 a shoot, they're definitely going to notice. So I think it's important to communicate drastic changes to your customers, so that they're not like, wow, they're not blindsided by the pricing the next time they order for their listings, and then feel like you should have communicated such a big change, and then therefore might look for alternatives that might be cheaper. So anyways, in my opinion, I think it's good. It's a good practice to communicate it with your customers, but if it's subtle, I think, small changes you don't necessarily need to, or even big ones. Matt mentioned not even doing that. So honestly, it just depends. I guess you would have to know your clientele, and also, I would say you should communicate if you think it's going to be a shocker to your customers. A lot of companies, like you mentioned, don't even, send out communications about changes in prices. And most companies don't, but there are some that do, especially when it comes to like membership or online things. Hey, we're increasing, like Netflix or whatever. You'll get email about increasing in prices. Anyway, so I think there's both types of companies out there that communicate the pricing. Whether you should or not is going to be up to you. But anyway, so that's just a different perspective. And so if you have any additional questions about communication in regards to increasing your prices, leave them in the comment section below. Thanks again, Matt, for your comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one.